Eat these 4 snacks before bed to rebuild muscle. While you sleep, you might not believe this, but there is a way to rebuild muscle. While you sleep, no gym, no treadmill, just the right kind of bedtime snack. Here's the shocking part. Most people over 60 are eating completely wrong before bed, and as a result, they're losing muscle mass every single night, silently, steadily, without even realizing it. If you've ever woken up with wobbly legs, arms that feel weak, or a body that just doesn't respond like it used to, this might be why. But the good news? You can flip that script starting tonight. Science now confirms the human body enters a peak repair mode during deep sleep, something called nocturnal muscle protein synthesis. According to Dr. Stuart Phillips, professor of kinesiology at McMaster University, the body's ability to rebuild muscle fibers is significantly higher during uninterrupted rest, especially if it receives slow-digesting protein and key micronutrients before bed. But without that nighttime nutrition, especially as we age, your body doesn't rebuild. It breaks down. Instead of gaining strength, you slowly lose it, night after night. And while many seniors double down on protein during the day, they miss the single most important window, the hours between dinner and sleep. That's when your muscles are asking quietly for fuel. And most people give them. Nothing that ends now, because in the next few minutes, it'll show you 4 powerful, science-backed bedtime snacks that activate muscle repair, restore strength, and help you wake up feeling like your body finally got the message. You're not done getting stronger. At this stage of life, your muscles demand smarter timing because dinner alone just isn't enough anymore. Even if you eat a solid dinner, your muscles may still lack what they need to recover unless they get a second, smaller wave of fuel before bed. Slow-release nutrients, targeted amino acids, and the right timing can mean the difference between waking up strong or waking up sore. These aren't bulky meals or complicated shakes. They're simple, satisfying snacks you can prep in minutes, designed to work with your body's natural repair cycle. And once you know how they work, you'll never look at your evenings the same way again. So let me ask you something. What part of your body do you want to feel stronger tomorrow morning? Your legs, your arms, your back? Type it in the comments right now. Let this be your moment, the first step in reclaiming your strength. And if you're watching as part of our global health family, hit that like button and subscribe, because this isn't just information, it's transformation. And the 4th snack? It's the one most people overlook, but it might be the most powerful of them all. Let's begin. Let's start with a familiar face. Greek yogurt. You've probably seen it mentioned again and again in lists like these. And if you're thinking, come on, I've heard about yogurt 100 times already, I get it. But here's what most people don't know. When used right, Greek yogurt becomes one of the most powerful nighttime tools for muscle recovery, especially after 60 as we age. Digestion slows, nutrient absorption weakens, and muscle breakdown speeds up. It's a cruel combination. But Greek yogurt quietly solves several of those problems in one scoop. First, the protein. Greek yogurt is rich in casein, a slow-digesting protein that delivers a steady stream of amino acids for up to 7 hours. That means if you eat it an hour before bed, your muscles stay fed until sunrise. Compare that to whey protein, which spikes and fades fast, or to skipping a snack entirely, leaving your muscles hungry all night. And let's be clear, casein isn't just any protein. Studies from the Journal of Nutrition and Aging show that nighttime casein consumption leads to greater muscle protein synthesis in older adults, meaning your body is literally building tissue while you sleep. No gym needed, just biology working in your favor. Second, Greek yogurt is rich in calcium, a mineral that plays 2 underrated roles: muscle contraction and nerve signaling. Without enough calcium, your body can't coordinate movement properly, and that shows up as weak reflexes, shaky balance, or leg cramps in the morning. Then there's the gut factor. A healthy gut may not sound like a muscle-building tool, but the truth is, if your digestive system isn't absorbing nutrients efficiently, it doesn't matter how much protein you eat. Greek yogurt contains probiotics that help restore gut flora, improve amino acid uptake, and reduce the kind of systemic inflammation that can eat away at muscle tissue. One study published in Nutrients in 2021 even found a direct link between improved gut health and increased muscle mass in older adults. The two systems are deeply connected, and yogurt bridges the gap. But science is just one part of the picture. Let me tell you about Linda. Linda is 67, retired school librarian, and a longtime walker. But over the last year, she started waking up stiff. Her legs felt like they belonged to someone else, tight, unsteady, and achy. She thought it was arthritis, or just getting older. We looked at her routine: plenty of protein at lunch, a sensible dinner, but nothing after 7 p.m. Her body was entering the repair phase, with no tools to rebuild. So we made one small change: half a cup of plain Greek yogurt about 45 minutes before bed. No sugar, just a dusting of cinnamon on top. And within 2 weeks, Linda noticed something. She was waking up without the tightness. By week 4, she was back to walking a full mile at sunrise. Now let's talk specifics. Choose plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt. No fruit on the bottom, no artificial flavors. The flavored kinds are often loaded with sugar, which triggers insulin spikes that inhibit muscle repair. If plain yogurt feels too tart, you can stir in a few drops of vanilla extract or sprinkle a little nutmeg with the cinnamon. Portion-wise, about half a cup is perfect, and enough to give your muscles what they need without overloading your digestion. For people with dairy sensitivities, lactose-free Greek yogurt or goat milk yogurt can be good alternatives. Want to elevate it even further? Add a teaspoon of chia seeds. They'll absorb moisture, thicken the yogurt, and give you a boost of omega-3s, which also support muscle health. Just be sure to mix them in at least 10 minutes before eating so they can soften. This is not just food, it's a message. Every bite tells your body, we're not done, we're building. And once you've laid this slow-release foundation, it's time to move to something that surprises most people. A soft, gentle, plant-based snack that performs like eggs, but with even less digestive load. Let's talk tofu. Now you might be thinking, wait, what about eggs? And you're right, hard-boiled eggs are a classic choice for nighttime protein. But you already know that. My job is to show you something better, something gentler on your digestion, lower in cholesterol, and surprisingly powerful for overnight recovery. That's where silken tofu comes in. Tofu is one of the most underrated protein sources for older adults. It's plant-based, easy to prepare, and, most importantly, rich in high-quality protein that's complete. That means it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to rebuild muscle tissue. And among all tofu types, silken tofu is the easiest to digest. Its soft texture means it doesn't weigh down your system before sleep, and it can be eaten chilled, blended, or lightly warmed, depending on your taste. But what truly makes it shine is how it works when paired with 2 simple spices: turmeric and black pepper. Turmeric, as you may know, contains curcumin, a powerful anti-inflammatory compound. According to research published in the Journal of Applied Physiology, chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the hidden drivers behind muscle loss in older adults. Inflammation interferes with protein absorption, damages muscle fibers, and slows healing. But curcumin helps turn that process around. It reduces inflammation at the cellular level, protects muscle tissue from oxidative stress, and even improves recovery after exertion. The only catch: it's poorly absorbed on its own. That's where black pepper comes in. A compound called piperine in black pepper boosts curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%, according to a 1998 study published in Planta Medica. So with just a pinch of black pepper added to your tofu dish, you unlock the full muscle protective power of turmeric. This combination doesn't just sound good, it feels good. You'll never forget Mark, age 70. He was skeptical at first, called tofu tasteless mush. But his legs were giving him trouble, especially when getting out of bed. After just 2 weeks of having 1/2 cup of silken tofu seasoned with turmeric and pepper every other night, he told me something he'll never forget. "Doc, I didn't know food could make my knees stop hurting. It wasn't magic. It was anti-inflammatory recovery paired with complete protein, right when his body needed it most." Here's how to use it. Start with half a cup of silken tofu. You can buy it in shelf-stable packs or refrigerated containers. Add 1/4 teaspoon of ground turmeric and just a pinch of black pepper. Mix gently and eat it cold like a pudding, or warm it lightly if you prefer. Optional, drizzle a few drops of olive oil for better absorption and added healthy fat. If you want to make it sweeter, a dash of cinnamon or a spoonful of unsweetened applesauce can turn it into a creamy, comforting nighttime treat. It's low in sugar, high in protein, and calming to the gut, everything your muscles are looking for after dark. This snack is especially helpful for people who struggle with dairy or want a plant-based option without sacrificing protein quality. And unlike eggs, tofu won't leave you feeling heavy or bloated before bed. And the best part? It takes less than 2 minutes to prepare. No boiling, no cleanup, just one bowl, one spoon, and a quiet act of nourishment. Now, once you've tried something soft and warming like tofu, you might be ready for a little crunch. Let's move to a snack that offers protein, healthy fat, and texture, plus a serious muscle-building bonus most people overlook. Let's talk almonds. So far, we've focused on soft, soothing snacks. But sometimes your body and your brain crave something solid, something to chew on. And when it comes to crunchy, satisfying, muscle-friendly foods, almonds might be the most underappreciated tool in your nighttime recovery toolkit. Let's break it down. Almonds are more than just trail mix filler. They're packed with protein, magnesium, vitamin E, and healthy fats, all critical for muscle recovery, nerve function, and hormone balance. But their real superpower lies in their magnesium content. Why does that matter? Magnesium is one of the most essential minerals for anyone over 60 and one of the most commonly deficient. Studies from the National Institutes of Health show that magnesium plays a direct role in muscle protein synthesis, the process your body uses to repair and grow tissue. Without enough magnesium, your muscles can't relax properly after contracting. That's why many people experience restless legs, nighttime cramps, or even twitching while they sleep. And guess when magnesium works best? That's right. Overnight, 1 ounce of almonds gives you about 20% of your daily magnesium needs, plus a steady trickle of protein and fat that keeps your system fueled without spiking your blood sugar. Unlike candy or crackers, almonds digest slowly, helping extend that window of muscle repair into the early morning hours. And here's another powerful benefit: the vitamin E. Almonds are one of the richest natural sources of this antioxidant, which protects your muscle cells from oxidative stress, the kind that builds up during the day and leads to slower recovery. In a 2020 review in the Journal of Clinical Medicine, vitamin E was shown to help reduce exercise-related inflammation and improve strength recovery in older adults. Now I know what you might be thinking. A handful of almonds? That's it. But here's the thing. We're not talking about eating a full bowl of nuts before bed. That would be too heavy. What you want is a small, intentional dose. Just 10 to 15 almonds or a tablespoon of almond butter. It's not about volume. It's about signaling. Each bite tells your body, you're supported, you're safe. You have the tools to rebuild. Let me share the story of Roger, 74. He was a retired firefighter who still liked to stay active. But every morning, he told me, it felt like his back locked up. We added one simple habit: a tablespoon of almond butter on a rice cracker about 30 minutes before bed. 3 weeks later, he came in and said, "Doc, in waking up without that brick in my lower spine, it wasn't a miracle. It was magnesium. It was protein. It was the absence of hunger in the one moment his body needed fuel the most." Here's how to do it right. Raw or dry roasted almonds only. Avoid salted, flavored, or oil roasted kinds. They often contain additives that increase inflammation. For easier digestion, soak them in water for a few hours. This softens the skin and makes nutrients more bioavailable. Alternatively, go with unsweetened almond butter. Just 1 tablespoon on a slice of whole grain toast, or even with a few slices of apple, creates a perfectly balanced nighttime snack. Want to boost absorption? Pair almonds with a few sips of warm herbal tea, like chamomile or rooibos, which helps soothe the nervous system and improves nutrient uptake. This snack does something special. It combines strength with satisfaction. It gives your body what it needs without overloading it, and helps you fall asleep feeling calm, not full. And now we've covered slow-release dairy, soft plant-based protein, and crunchy, healthy fats. What's missing? A little sweetness, a gentle finish to the day, and one ingredient almost nobody thinks of for muscle recovery, but absolutely, let's close with something unexpected, something naturally sweet, deceptively powerful, and almost never used for muscle recovery. Dates, yes, those soft, sticky fruits that taste like dessert, but don't let their sweetness fool you. Because when paired with the right partner, like a walnut or two, dates become a stealth weapon for rebuilding muscle overnight. Here's which dates are one of nature's most efficient energy sources. Their natural sugars, fructose and glucose, get absorbed smoothly and gradually, giving your body the glycogen it needs to protect muscle during sleep. Without enough glycogen, your body begins to break down muscle tissue for fuel, especially during long fasting periods overnight. That's a hidden danger for older adults who go 10 to 12 hours between dinner and breakfast. Unlike processed sugars, dates don't cause a crash. Their high fiber content, especially soluble fiber, slows the absorption of sugar and keeps blood sugar levels steady. That means your body can gently draw energy from them over time, exactly when your muscles need it most. But dates are more than just energy. They're rich in potassium and magnesium, two minerals essential for muscle contraction, relaxation, and recovery. In fact, just two medjool dates provide more potassium than a banana. That's crucial for preventing nocturnal cramps, stiffness, and that dead leg feeling some people wake up with. Now pair that with a walnut and something magical happens. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, especially ALA, which fights inflammation and helps regulate the hormones that govern muscle breakdown. They also contain melatonin, a natural sleep hormone, and arginine, which improves blood flow and nutrient delivery to your muscle tissue. Together, a stuffed date with walnut becomes a compact, delicious delivery system for carbohydrates to spare your muscle tissue, healthy fats to reduce inflammation, amino acids to support overnight repair. Also, a touch of melatonin to deepen your rest. This isn't just a snack, it's dessert that heals. Let me tell you about Teresa, 69. She had always assumed her fading strength was just age. But after adding 2 dates with walnuts to her evening tea, nothing else changed. She called me 2 weeks later and said I stood up from the couch without using my hands. I can't remember the last time that happened. It wasn't magic. It was minerals, motion, and quiet nourishment, working behind the scenes while she slept. Another patient of mine, Don, 74, was skeptical at first. "You're telling me candy helps muscle?" He laughed, but he gave it a shot. 1 date, 1 walnut. Every night, and within a month, he noticed he could finally make it through his morning walks without sitting down halfway. "It's like my legs got a second wind," he said. "Here's how to try it. Choose medjool dates. They're large, soft, and easy to stuff. Slice them open, remove the pit, and insert 1 raw walnut half. Have 1 or 2 stuffed dates about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Enjoy them alone or as part of a larger combo bowl with yogurt or tofu. And if walnuts aren't your favorite, feel free to swap in pistachios, pecans, or even a sliver of goat cheese for a creamy finish. Because ultimately, this is about pleasure with purpose. A bedtime habit that satisfies your taste buds and gives your muscles the quiet support they need to grow stronger. You don't have to dread aging. You just have to feed it right. And now that you've seen 4 powerful bedtime snacks, each with a purpose, each with a story, you might be wondering, what if I want to build my own? Let's talk about that. By now you've seen the core 4. But here's the truth. No single list can cover every taste, every dietary need, or every fridge. That's why this final part of your journey is about empowerment, because once you understand the formula, you can make it your own. Let's break it down. What makes a great bedtime muscle snack? 3 key elements. 1. Slow digesting protein to provide a steady stream of amino acids throughout the night. Think Greek yogurt, tofu, cottage cheese, ricotta, or even soft-boiled eggs. 2. Healthy fats to reduce overnight inflammation and enhance nutrient absorption. Think almonds, walnuts, sunflower seeds, chia pudding, or a drizzle of olive oil over veggies. 3. Sleep-friendly carbs to gently raise serotonin and protect muscle from breakdown. Think banana slices, dates, kiwi, or a small piece of whole grain toast. With those three categories in mind, you can mix and match like a chef. Want something savory? Try cottage cheese with sliced avocado and cracked pepper. Prefer sweet? Blend Greek yogurt with cinnamon and kiwi slices. Need something light? A boiled egg with a few pumpkin seeds does the trick. The options are endless as long as the principle stays the same. Feed your body what it needs when it needs it most. I've seen patients build their own evening rituals and stick to them for months, even years. Not because it was prescribed, but because it felt good. Because their body responded. Remember, your muscles aren't asking for perfection. They're asking for support. Even just 3 or 4 times a week can make a difference. So experiment, try a few combos, keep the ones your body loves. And here's something powerful. Share what works for you. In the comments, tell us your favorite combo. Inspire someone else. Start a ripple effect of strength and smart choices, because that's what this is really about. Not just snacks, but a movement. A community of people who refuse to fade quietly. People who choose to rebuild, to get stronger, to live sharper, on their own terms, and it starts tonight. So now you know it's not about lifting heavier, or eating more, or pushing through the pain. Sometimes real strength begins in the quietest moment, right before you sleep, when the world slows down and your body asks softly, "Are you going to help me heal tonight?" And with the right answer, a few mindful bites, you do something extraordinary. You stop the slow erosion of your strength. You break the cycle of decline, and you begin a new rhythm of renewal. A spoonful of Greek yogurt, a cube of tofu with almond butter, a handful of sunflower seeds, or a soft medjool date lovingly filled with a walnut. Tiny things, yes, but that's the secret of aging well. It's never one big change. It's small choices repeated that add up to transformation. Your muscles aren't asking for miracles. They're asking for support, and what's beautiful is it's never too late to give it to them. You could be 62, 78, or 91. The biology still responds. The repair system still works. You just have to feed it. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to start all 4 snacks at once. Just choose one. Try it for 3 nights. See how your body feels. Let the data come from within, and if it helps, even a little, come back. Add another. Build a rhythm, make it yours. Because in the end, this is more than a list. It's an invitation to take back your mornings, to stand with steadier legs, to feel strong again. Not like you used to be, but maybe better than you imagined possible. That's what we're building here, a community of quiet strength, of older adults who don't just accept decline, they challenge it, one habit, one night, one spoon at a time. And maybe, just maybe, this journey isn't about turning back the clock. Maybe it's about proving that growth doesn't end at 60 or 70 or even 90. Maybe aging isn't a slow goodbye to strength, but a new relationship with it, a quieter kind of power, a deeper resilience, one that doesn't need dumbbells or treadmills, just intention and a spoon. You see, in every stage of life, your body speaks, in stiffness, in soreness, in fatigue. But now you know how to speak back, not with frustration or fear, but with nourishment, with care, with respect for the miracle of a body that still shows up every single day. And if that's not worth honoring, what is? So tonight, when you open your fridge or reach for a snack, pause, remember this moment, this message, this movement. You're not alone. You're part of a growing family of health warriors, people who choose to age forward, not fade quietly, who rebuild muscle, confidence, and dignity, one habit at a time. You've got this, and we've got you. Now do one more thing. Click like, share this with someone you care about, and subscribe if you haven't. Tell us in the comments, which of these snacks are you excited to try tonight? Because your story, yes, yours, might be the spark that helps someone else stand stronger tomorrow. Until next time, sleep deeply, nourish wisely, and never stop rebuilding.